What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Jonathan Arizari, and guys, we're going to bring you another full day of eating. So we are here in Stockholm, Sweden, as you guys have seen with the last few videos. With this particular video though, guys, what the main thing that I want to emphasize on most is how to take care of your nutrition, eat well when you're on the road. As you guys can see, I'm here in a totally different place, different country, but I'm still able to manage the foods that I'm eating day in and day out because I make sure that I prepare for the situation. So while I'm here, we decided to get an Airbnb. That way I had a kitchen and everything that enabled me to be able to cook my meals and do things according to plan. Now, obviously, we'll mix in some different stuff, but to allow us to have a little bit of some leeway when it comes to stuff. But at the end of the day, preparation is key. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with meal number one and show you guys what I'm making for breakfast today. So for breakfast, we're gonna add some pammaminutris. This is basically like cream of rice. It really is just cream of rice. This is the Danish-Swedish version of it. So we're gonna go ahead and pour up 100 grams. Boom, 104. I'm not gonna pour anything out. So check the texture out. So it's kind of flaky here. A little bit different, but whenever it starts to cook up, it looks exactly like cream of rice from back home. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of some low-fat milk. I like the milk in there. It gives it, obviously we're gonna get a little extra protein. And then it gives it more of a creamy texture. So, and then we'll do that. And then I'll add some water as well. And then we have some pink salt. That was a lot of salt, but hopefully it's not too salty. That wasn't on purpose. All right, and then since we don't have a microwave here, we gotta prep everything on the stove. So we're just gonna put this on high. Once it starts to boil up, you'll hear it obviously. We'll just keep stirring. It'll start to thicken up like usual. You guys see now, it's thickened up quite a bit, and it's gonna continue to thicken up as it starts to cool down. I've turned the stove off. But this is that lovely texture that we want out of the cream of rice. Now, the next step here is to add, once this cools down a slight bit, you don't want to add any protein in there when it's super duper hot because it'll start to cook the protein and it makes it like a very gritty texture, which is kind of gross. We're gonna go ahead and add in some of this whey protein here we just picked up from Sweden. I believe this is a salted caramel flavor, freaking phenomenal. So we'll add in 60 grams of the salted caramel. And then once we mix that in, we'll top it off with a little bit of blueberry. And last but not least, we'll use the rest of this Professor Nuts peanut butter that we have left over. I don't have much left. I've been rationing this stuff out, but stuff is absolutely phenomenal. If you guys want to pick up some Professor Nuts, check the link in the description box below. Give you guys my discount code along with it as well. Now that the cream of rice is where we want it to be, we're just gonna go ahead and take and measure 60 grams of protein. Everything that we're adding in, the reason why we're measuring everything so that we can be extremely precise, and we put it into our tracking app. And one of the reasons why you want the cream of rice to be thick, because when you add the whey protein, as you see, it starts to loosen up. It almost acts kind of like milk. Comes a bit more watery. We're gonna measure out some blueberries. Since the blueberries are frozen, it's gonna cool it down a little bit, and I wanna kind of just keep it hot. It's about 100 grams banana. Slice it up, add that in there. Just get the rest of this bad boy in. We're just gonna, boom, leave it there. All right. So with the supplements that I have with me right now, we have some 80 Life Vitamin Plus, Whole Food Multivitamin. The reason why Whole Food Multivitamin is superior than just any other multivitamin is because the vitamins and minerals are sourced directly from real food. So the body's gonna absorb it a lot better. You're not gonna be wasting as much of it in your urine. You see when you take stuff like that are more of the isolated horse pills, your urine ends up being super duper bright and yellow. You're peeing out everything. With this, that's not gonna happen. And then we have Ravenous. This is a digestive aid. Very, very good product. So we'll take 3 of these. It's gonna help with breaking down the food, increasing appetite, making sure everything is processing as perfectly as possible. Last but not least, since this is an extremely high carb meal, we're looking at over 100 grams. We're gonna take 3 capsules of Matador. This is a glucose disposal agent. So this is gonna help allow your body to process the carbohydrates more efficiently as well. Done. So these are the 3 products that I usually take every morning with breakfast. All right, let's dig in. This looks and smells amazing. This stuff is amazing. If you're back in the States, make sure you hit up pridefoods.org. Get their cream of rice. They have amazing flavors. As you guys see from my previous videos, this is what I typically eat when I'm back home. This stuff is phenomenal. All right guys, now that the meal is done, let's go over the macronutrients for this meal. Now I personally like to use MyNet Diary Pro, which is this app right here. As you guys see, it has the green and black background. Most of my clients use MyFitnessPal. Whenever we use in conjunction with my training app, then MyFitnessPal is going to be attached to it, so I can see the data entries that you're putting in for each and every day with all your meals. So I know that both of these are essentially going to go work one and the same. But for me personally, this is just the app that I like to use, so this is what I'm showing you right now. As you guys see, we're entering in every single ingredient to the gram. We can do this to the gram because I have the food scale. Typically you want to be able to travel with the food scale if you can. If you know you're going to be in a place for an extended period, you want to be as prepared as possible. Always keep that in mind. But as you see, this is how we're able to hit it, and I'm able to calculate every single meal throughout the day. So with this meal right here, we're looking at 135 grams of carbohydrates, 61 grams of protein, and 9 grams of fat. That includes every ingredient that we just added to this particular meal here. For the day, we're gonna show you guys every single meal, and I'm gonna tally up all my macros for each meal, showing you the end result for the end day. So that way we're able to see exactly how we're reaching these numbers, how we're going about the day, and pretty much just how everything is done properly, to show you guys how I do things and also how I show my clients how to handle their food as well. But all right, that's it for this meal. We'll see you guys at the next one. All right guys, it is 1:27 p.m. now. We are headed to Ann's office, the Linus office, to go say hi and go kind of chit chat a little bit with them for a few minutes before we head over to the Better Bodies office. But I wanted to show you guys the meals that we're gonna bring with us so that we're able to stay on point for the day. So this is something that Ann actually made yesterday. So this is some chicken cooked in some like coconut milk. So it's kind of like a Asian kind of spice curry thing. But we have about, I would say roughly 200 grams of chicken here with some mixed vegetables in there. This is something that I can easily just put together a recipe and throw it in to be able to tally up the specific macros for this. On the way, since I don't really have time to cook some rice, we're just gonna go find like a Chinese takeaway place so we can get some steamed rice there. What we'll do is just make sure we bring the scale with us so that we can measure the rice accordingly. But right now, while we're here, we're gonna bring our pre-workout meal, just some more Palmami Nutris. So I'm gonna measure out another 100 grams. And then all these things we'll have pre-measured. So as soon, that way they're already set and you're able to see your macros for the day. So that usually what I like to do is keep things quite simple. We have a pinch of salt. So we're gonna put this to the side here. And then we're gonna add some protein to go along with the meal. Do another 60 grams, which is about 2 scoops of a normal protein scoop. So there we go. And then I know that we have some peanut butter at the office that we'll add to the meal. We'll just kind of just hit that like that. All right, so there we go. We got the stuff ready, packed to go. We're gonna go pick up the rice on the way, and then we're set for another 2 more meals. so we are at Linus's office with my girlfriend Anne. She's this is where she works here when she's in Sweden. So now we're just going ahead and having lunch. So we're setting up the second meal. We showed you guys the chicken that we had earlier, which is right here. I went ahead and tallied up the macros for everything, but let's go ahead and measure the rice. So we're just gonna add this to that. So it's 264 grams. Again, easy conversion, guys. Just type it into your app. 264. That's 86 carbs, 7 protein, along with everything else. So we have the light coconut milk, the vegetables, we have the chicken, the rice. Let's go ahead and add the mini clementine because we have 1 clementine here. You just toss that on there, 56 grams. Put that in, 56. All right, so the total macros for this meal is 112 grams of carbs, 46 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat. Super duper easy. Now let's go enjoy the meal. All right, we got 2 capsules of Matador. I don't know, babe. Do we want to drop the recipe at some point?
I don't even know.
So good.
Because I got it at an Asian store. So I got some kind of different seasonings and some vegetables, so we can show you how, but you may never find the seasoning, so I'm not sure.
The best kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really good, right?
It's fire.
Is that how we got huge?
That's exactly how we got huge. It's all the swelling from the spice.
Yeah. Anna's secret spices.
But I eat the same. What happened?
What went wrong?
Genetics.
That's right.
It's like
It's not even a bite.
Ice Age, the last melon. You know when the birds were extinct, the dodo birds?
No. Maybe YouTube knows.
Done. You guys watched the Ice Age whenever the dodo birds were falling off the cliff, and that's how they found out that they got extinct, because they were chasing the melon. You guys know. So we have our post-work or pre-workout meal, sorry. So this is the 100 grams of curd rice that we measured out earlier today, along with the 60 grams of protein. And then I threw in 20 grams of some natural peanut butter in there. It's pretty much all the way dissolved. But yeah, we need to go ahead and enter it into our app so that we can get the total macros for this meal. So once again, just like we did with the rest of them, we're gonna go in. Pema Minutris, 100 grams. Protein, 60 grams. Peanut butter, 20 grams. Done. So we have 88 grams of carbs, 55 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat for this meal. So far, we've gotten 335 grams of carbs, 162 grams of protein, and 32 grams of fat for the day. And that is this is our third meal for the day. So yeah, that way you guys are keeping up with how this is being done. Total calories so far, we're looking at 2,264 calories. But let's dig in. right, guys, so we just finished up with the workout, made our way back home, and it is time for the final meal of the day. So this is the fourth meal. While we're at the gym, I had an amazing, one of my amazing Instagram followers came through in the clutch and brought some Goya adobo for us to use to help season our foods and make it taste absolutely amazing. If you guys don't know what this stuff is, and especially if you're in the States, go look it up, go find it. It's freaking, man, it's, yeah, I've basically been using this stuff forever, put it that way. But yeah, I didn't think that I can find this out here in Sweden, and he found it for me, so that's absolutely sick. But anyways, it is time to prepare. So what we're gonna do is take the adobo and just season up every one of our patties. We're gonna take both sides. We need to turn on the stove. This patty is 118 grams. This patty is 115 grams. So they're roughly close to the same. And then we need to take these over here and do the same thing. So I'm just gonna push this to the side. Season as such. So now that they're seasoned, stove is hot. We're gonna do 3 at a time. So basically just gonna cook each side for roughly 3 or 4 minutes. Flip it over, do the same. And then we've got the oven going so that way we can heat up the buns. Toss that in there, and then we'll prepare the burgers for you guys so you'll see what they look like. Take out the other ones for you guys. So then we have a little bit of low sugar ketchup that we're gonna toss in. So all in all, ketchup. Check it out. We're at 64 grams of fat, 252 grams of protein, 430 grams of carbs. That's it. That's what we hit for the day. Finish it off with a nice burger meal for the evening. Let's go ahead and take a bite for you guys. It's perfect. Perfectly cooked, nice and juicy. That guacamole, it adds a nice touch to it as well. Yeah, this is phenomenal. But all right, so I'm gonna fix up the rest of the burgers for everybody else. Hope you guys enjoyed the full day of eating video. Once again, we can do whatever it is that we want to do no matter where we are in the world. Anytime you're traveling, doing whatever it is, we can still hit our numbers and, you know, and make sure that we're allowing ourselves to be able to stay on point with our program, with our nutrition, no matter what the situation is. Like I mentioned to you guys many times before, earlier in the video, preparation is everything. If you're prepared, then you always will be successful. So if you guys are interested in some of my coaching, make sure you guys visit my website link down below in the description box. I'm taking on new clients for the new year. So if you guys are ready to transform your bodies, become the best version of yourself, I'm here to help you out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, don't let me forget, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and peace out.